good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in the world. Welcome to this episode of the Pre-Market Show. Remember that nothing that is said during this show should be construed as investment advice. You're responsible for your own investment decisions. Please consult a financial advisor before making any decisions based on topics mentioned in this show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, welcome one and all. Andrew, good to see you, man.
What's
good
up,
to see
everybody?
you.
What's up? How are we? How we doing?
Everything is great. It's a beautiful day, nice and hot here where I am. Is it hot where you are?
Yes, it's pushing 30 degrees centigrade. So yeah, that's really hot for the UK, right? So it's been a good couple of days. And yeah, it's been a good couple of days for trading as well. So a better week this week than last week. So let's see what today's got in store. Quite mindful that it is the triple witching, so we have got some expirations going to finish off by the end of the day. So there might be a mad rush, especially for myself in the futures market, while people try and get those orders filled. So what about yourself? What's been happening?
I've been trying to keep on top of everything again. This week was a little quieter. I didn't trade as much because of options expiration this week, which we've talked about at length before in the past. I think in terms of today, kind of seeing what opportunities present themselves. I know there have been there's been some updates from the president's press secretary about the U.S. is basically gonna wait up until, or give itself at least 2 weeks to decide what to do next. So
yeah, and I think that's a pretty good approach. Hopefully things can sort themselves out. They can get some dialogue going, and so obviously the US don't get involved into another war. But like we always say, it's not a politics show, but politics do drive the markets, right? So the impacts of wars around the world, and certain tweets and decisions definitely have an impact on what we do day to day. Especially for us day traders. So I
wanted to show that that graphic that we've had before, Andrew, the one where we look at let's see if I can open it here. OPEX, options expiration. It doesn't want to cooperate. Basically, there was a really good post on X that you posted. I think it was last OPEX, where you were covering what happens during options expiration. So I think that's also relevant as well.
We'll take that out by the end of the show. But looking at the OPEX data, and what I've noticed, we seem to get a good run on a Monday. So I've actually done a little bit of research back testing. And we just seem to get the ball out of the gates on the Monday. So quite mindful of that. So I'm going to mark that into the calendar for next month. And it's been what I wouldn't say drippy, but more choppy this week with all the news that was going on. And I think it was on Tuesday. It was like battle of the tweets, right? So in fairness, the week's been okay, but I would say the last 2 weeks has been tough on the opening range. But I think as we were speaking about earlier, and you mentioned it yesterday from Jerry's ABC pattern, I've been looking at that, and sometimes the third breakout of the opening range can be quite profitable, can be quite rewarding. So that is something to keep an eye on. But for myself today, I'm just going to follow the plan, very simple plan, just looking for the market bias, I'm looking for the opening range breakout, and I'm just keeping an eye out then on the trend lines, really, on the H1, so trend line from the bottom, trend line from the top, or the vertical support and resistance, whatever you like to call them. So that's the plan of attack for today. But I will say, Mandela, I enjoyed seeing you yesterday on the City Trader Emporium. It was a great show, so thanks for that. And I'm sure the guys over at CTI are pretty thankful as well. It was lots of knowledge dropped and lots of learnings for all the viewers. So congratulations, my man.
Thank you very much, Andrew, and I really enjoyed it myself. Thank you for joining in and giving me some motivation throughout. And I kind of missed having you on the show, actually.
I was on best behavior, right? I was there, just gonna type some jokes into the chat, and I thought, no, behave yourself, Andrew. Yeah. So
I think that was a good call. But it's a good outlet. and looking forward to what the future has to hold from on that front as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to next week's show as well. So I'll probably try and pop a link into the chat or into the comments later so people can tune in and see you on the City Trader Emporium next week. Okay, so what we got 6 minutes before the open. So we got 6 minutes to talk about anything and everything. So should we talk about, should we have a look at some charts?
Let's have a look at some charts. I think that's one thing we don't usually have a whole lot of time to do during the actual trading session. It just depends, I guess. Let's start off with Bitcoin at the top of the list. And I'm going to, before we actually start Bitcoin, I'm going to ask you, what do you think? What are your thoughts here with the number one cryptocurrency? What's your outlook?
We're getting close to the top, right? So if we can break through that resistance level, we could be going higher. So what have we got? I'm just imagining trend lines in the head now. So what we got? We got a bull flag potentially forming. Yeah. So potentially got a bull flag. So what I'd be looking at doing is putting my trend lines in. So I'd be looking for a breakout. So I'd be sitting on my hands until we get a breakout either through that high, or if we actually break the trend line, I'll be looking to take a short position. But for myself, I think it's looking pretty bullish.
I would say the same. I'm seeing higher lows and higher highs as well. This is rather zoomed out to kind of cover all the way back to, 2023? Yeah, I mean, there's still some strength there. I think regulations are helping it to continue. I don't see a reason to really short here yet. But we can maybe go on a daily and then just reset it. Yeah, I think it's still got some legs in it, and we can keep an eye on this for the next show as well.
Yeah, we'll come back. Maybe even just put a marker on the price and see where we're at. But just looking at the daily, you can just see just a bit of choppy, right? A little bit of consolidation. Yeah. You can see that. You can just see the immediate high, immediate low, and we just seem to be trading between those prices. So yeah, just go back to what I said earlier. I'd be looking back on the daily, is it the daily chart or the weekly chart? I'd be looking for a break above that all-time high.
This was the weekly one earlier.
So I'd be drawing my trend lines in. I'd be looking for a breakout on either one of them. But yeah, if I was to trade Bitcoin, potentially I'd be gearing up for a long position. But as we know in trading, it's like the weather, right? It can change overnight. So
especially with the way that the headlines are whipping prices around. It's definitely,
that's one thing I'd say to the chat. Don't get married to your trade idea. Things change quickly, and don't be afraid to change your mind.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree with you on that, Andrew. I wanted to quickly have a look at gold, the yellow metal, or the original store of the safe haven before Bitcoin was the new kid on the block. So gold's starting to weaken a bit, I think, after the 2-week pause, I guess, out of Trump's offices. And I don't know, I feel like it's in limbo, maybe a little bit of a holding pattern here. I think if we do get escalations in the Middle East, I think the initial reaction will probably be higher. Scared money or safe money tends to flow into gold, right? So exactly. If we do see the US getting actively involved, won't be surprised to see that price reverse and we get a push higher. But if I was to speculate right now, we could be seeing a little dip lower in gold. I mean, I think that's looks like the way that we're going. Barring any sort of surprise announcements, in terms of, I guess, any escalations. We'll keep an eye on that. We got about a minute left. One more tick?
Let's have a look. What should we look at?
S&P maybe?
Yeah, why not? That's what we're going to trade.
Okay,
so
this is it here. Okay, so this is S&P here. Just looking back, sort of from year to date. So it's moved up nicely. We're just off of the all-time high, not that far from the all-time high. Let's see. It's about 2%. So another 2% day, and we'll be right at the all-time high for S&P. So extremely close. So we'll have to see. What do you think?
Yeah, so I'm just looking at S&P on M5 and H1, so not zoomed out as you. And on the H1, we've broken the trend line, and we've broken the trend line. We trade in well above the VWAP, and for me, the bias is green. So from M5 up to the weekly chart, we're in a bullish momentum. So for myself today, potentially, I would like to take a long position if I can. I'd like to trade with the trend, and just some confirmation for myself. We broke our trend line on the H1, and we trade in above both VWAPs. So I'm potentially looking for a long position, but we'll see. Like I say, I'm always subject to change, and I trade the price, not what I think.
Well said. Well said. We just had the opening print here in S&P.
Let's go.
So a bit of an up gap since the Juneteenth holiday. And let's see what happens here. A little bit of green to start the day. It's not bad at all.
So I'm just marking up the charts ready. So I mark up on the 5, 10, 15, and then I take the highest and the lowest point of the opening range, and also the ATR from that. So at the moment, we've opened up with a 73 tick profit, 73 tick stop. So that's quite a nice trade to start the day if we can get that.
Yeah. Looks like Tesla's one of the gainers in terms of mega cap. I know there was some talk about possibly some announcements this weekend out of Tesla in regards to robo-taxis. So robo-taxi testing, robo-taxi announcements, I think helping Tesla right out of the gate this morning.
So, I seen that on X this morning. So a load of invitations have gone out for the US. Plus, they've also released the FSD, which is fully supervised driving in Germany. They're doing the trials there. So it's banned in majority of Europe. But they've done some successful trials in Europe. In Germany. So they'll be pushing to roll that out, UK, France, Belgium, etc. if it's successful in Germany. So if they do roll that out, there's going to be a massive uptake, and there's going to be a lot of cash coming into Tesla. So watch the space on the Tesla stock.
Yeah, I think it's very timely, very timely. So anybody who is holding Tesla or looking to get into Tesla, maybe we see some big moves over the weekend. So keep your eyes peeled. All right, I'm just setting up my opening range here, Andrew.
Yeah, so same here. I'm just having a quick tidy up across multiple charts. So we're pushing up. So it's gone up to 80 ticks now. So it could be a nice trade for a Friday. Hopefully we can get this trade away.
Yeah, I'm not aware of any news at the top of the hour today, but I'm going to have to double check. At least not anything major is expected. But I will double check that.
So let me just adjust this.
Yeah, I'm going to change. I'll change these over.
It's great being live while you're updating your charts and marking them all up.
Yeah.
Right? All part of the fun. Okay, where we are with price.
Here.
Okay. Right, so that one's looking good. Copy trader set up, ratio set up, contract size set up, take profit, take stop, all done. So that's number one. Number two.
Whatever happened with the test? You were running a ChatGPT project.
Yeah, so how was that? Yeah, I can share some results. It's about breaking even at the moment.
Okay.
So we caught a few stops at break even or in profit. But I'd like to let it run for the month. So I'll tell you where it's at now. Yeah, it's about break even. So let's let it run for the month, and then we can we'll do a deep dive into the into the P&L and have a look at it and see what it's doing.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be really good.
The next project is the opening range breakout with ChatGPT. So I see you can put together, give you some prompts and see if you can put together a script for that. And yeah, let's see if we can get an automated opening range breakout on MT4, MT5, and looking to get that stop into break even at around maybe 66 or 70% profit. And yeah, let's see what we can do. And once we've done that, then I'm actually going to ask it to do the Jerry retest. So actually ignore the first breakout and then look at taking the trade on the second or the third breakout of the opening range. So that's the plan.
Oh, that sounds very clever.
Yeah, we see Jerry's in the chat. Morning, Jerry. How we doing?
Hey, morning, Jerry. How's it going, man? How's it going?
So
let us know what you're watching, what you're seeing today, Jerry. You always got your eyes peeled.
Yeah, so if the EA works, we'll. I'm actually going to call it like it'll be the Jerry robot, right? Or the Jerry EA. Yeah, especially
Jerry
if we get
EA. That's a good name.
especially if we can get the retest working on the opening range. We give that a try.
Yeah, I think that's a good look. I really do think that's a good look. Please keep us updated, and I think that could be a game changer in terms of just efficiency and just having something that works on its own. It's incredible.
Yeah. So interesting open. Yes, we try to have a good push upwards and a little bit of a fight back, didn't we? And we just trade in within the opening range at the moment. So yeah.
I'm watching that now. Yeah. I'm almost finished marking up my chart here. Just gonna finish off putting the notes together, and then we just finished the first 5 minutes of the trading day, so nothing too crazy out of the gate. AMD is taking the lead for the top gainers, slightly just above 3% so far on AMD this morning. So maybe interested to see if there's any news that came out on that. But we'll keep an eye out on that as well. All right, looks like S&P is trying to push a bit higher here.
Yeah, I'm definitely favoring a long position today if we can. Again, just looking at the H1. Yeah, we broke nicely above that resistance level I was looking at. I think so. But let's see. Let's have a look at the price in around 10 minutes time.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's up, team?
Hello, what's up? I think What's Up took a really good trade last time.
He did. He took the short position,
he
right?
took the short, but he got in and out like a ninja.
He was like,
I remember that. Yeah, he was
like
very much on it. Yeah,
cashed out at the bottom. So well done. What's up?
Well done. Yeah, good
Welcome
job.
back to the show. He's one of the regulars now. So What's Up? You have to be here every week. We're relying on you.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure. What's up? So how are you doing? How's your setup looking?
All right, so I'm gonna pop it up over here. It's not quite ready to go, but here we go. So that's how it's looking now. So this is the opening range. This was where we closed on Wednesday before Juneteenth holiday. And the one I haven't done yet is the pre-market low, which is just here. Just trying to make sure I have my levels sorted out. That's 14.5. So let's do that. Okay.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know.
Yeah, so this is looking quite nice, looking bullish, but just something in the back of my head saying it's a trap. So yeah, let's wait and see. Yeah, until we get it.
Still a little early, so we've been going back and forth on when's the best time to actually enter, And as of right now, it's a little early in the day. We only had 9 minutes of trading so far. So it's
I said too earlier, I was reading a good article yesterday, and they were going on about the first 30 minutes of the opening range. You know, it's a lot of volatility, a lot of new money, a lot of retail traders, and they were saying it's not really the best time to trade. Wait until 10 a.m. Let the market settle. You know, get your bias, your direction, then look to take your trades. I thought it was some really good advice, but I did think then, is that applicable to the opening range?
That's a good point. I guess it depends on their time frame as well. What is their actual
because they could be trading a totally different strategy, right? So, and if they are, their advice is redundant to what we do. So but it was good. It's interesting. If I find it again, I'll repost it on Twitter. It's worth a read.
Yeah, please do. We're breaking through this pre-market high here. And this is pretty strong. This is pretty strong moves. Okay.
So I'm probably gonna take a long position in the next 5 minutes if it hits the entry. But something in the back of my mind is saying it's a little bit too good to be true. I normally like to see a little bit of chop. I normally like to see a bit of a pullback first, before we get that breakout. It's a little bit one directional at the moment. Apart from that first 5 minute candle, right? It's
it still feels like it's just one-way traffic higher here. I'm a little bit hesitant as well. I'm looking at the 5 minute and then the 15 minute, which is about to close shortly. I think definitely bulls have the control in this initial 10 minutes of 11 minutes of the day. But I'm gonna kind of watch a little bit more here.
Yes, in it, and I'll just get those alerts set then on the buy or the sell entries. So I've had a quick look. No major news, nothing for us to be too concerned about. What about Donald Trump? What's he saying on Truth Social? Anything happening or anything on his calendar?
Yeah, it's probably something in there. Let me just put 99.67. Okay, let's have a quick look and see what he's got. Green, okay, and lock. So on his calendar today, let's have Truth Social first. I heard, interestingly, from his press secretary, she said that every morning Donald Trump's looking at the markets, which is interesting. So he does look at the markets. Yeah,
but he's a businessman, right? Before he was a president, and I can imagine he's got a lot of money. Him and his family and his good friends, I can imagine they're heavily interested in the stock market and things. So
I'm sure.
It's a lot more of a hobby in the US, and I've noticed in Bermuda as well. Like yourself and all your friends, a lot more stock market savvy, I'd say, in what we are in the UK. So definitely more interest in trading and things.
Yeah, I think I guess the awareness is also something to be conscious of. In terms of his calendar, so at 11, which is in about an hour, he'll be getting a having a national security meeting. Then he's headed to Bedminster, and looks like he's doing a MAGA dinner later on tonight.
A fly fright?
Yeah, at the golf club in Toronto National Golf Club.
The only thing I would say, going back to Iran, is he said 2 weeks, but don't be surprised if something pops off in between.
Yeah, I think he says something like within 2 weeks, or
so I wouldn't be surprised over the weekend, or they make that decision. But if I was a betting man, I'm probably 90% sure that they will hit that nuclear site once with that bunker buster that they got.
Yeah, been a lot of talk about that as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to happen, but hopefully not. But let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are set. Market trade, stop loss, take profit. Just want to mark this position in here.
She's still going. I feel like I'm going to have to FOMO in at some point here, which is a rookie mistake. But everything's saying go. I'm
probably looking to go on the next candle myself.
Okay. All right, so we got the opening range sorted finally. And we're just at the pre-market high. So this was the high from overnight. This would have been, is that right? It doesn't look right to me. This would have been the high that we hit on Wednesday. And I'm just gonna double check that.
Okay, looks like I'm gonna go.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, not yet. I'm set up, so I got my alert set, got my take profit, stop loss. So yeah, we're all set up. We're good to go on both accounts.
Well done.
So yes,
there we go.
Here we go. So
pulling back a little bit here, 5-minute chart. It's getting a little bit of cooling off here.
Yeah, I'd like to see a retest. Let's see the Jerry retest and then look to go long. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, coming down fairly solidly so far, Andrew. I'm gonna just so I also started tracking the 30-minute high, and I find that that's very helpful. So anybody that got in late or anybody that FOMO'd in here in the last, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 5 minutes now underwater. And sometimes it's good to just talk things out and say, okay, looks like it's begging me to buy it. In which case, sometimes that's the thing not to do.
So there he is.
Looks like it's coming back towards this opening range high, potentially. Still no trades from either of us. Andrew trades ES, so S&P futures. I trade SPX, which is the S&P cash. Moving down very nicely. Okay, looking for that that Jerry retest that we talk about quite frequently.
Yeah, so I'm just putting on our 30-minute high and just put in VWAP level onto that. So yeah, I'd like to see a break above that level as well.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's an aggressive pullback, right?
It is, and I'm glad that I didn't get in. I think one of those things where you don't want to buy the high of the morning or the high of that initial move. It's it may work 1 out of 100 times, but the other 99 times you get burnt.
Yeah, so here it is. So here's the retest, and yeah, let's see if we can get that price pumping up now. See if we can break that high of the day.
Yeah, there was an interesting stat. Actually, I probably can't pull it up here. Can I? All right, it's coming back for that Jerry retest. I'm gonna have a quick look at the comments here. Yeah, I got Jerry in the live chat. We got WhatsApp in the live chat, and that's the retest right there. Scott is also in the live chat. Hey, Scott, how's it going? And if this is the Scott who I think it is, this is Scott from CTI, City Traders Imperium.
Hi, Scott. How are we doing? Welcome to the show. So
nice to have you on board.
So yeah, we're not getting our retest, right? We're getting back into that opening range. So yeah, so I think the spider senses worked. Was a bit of a false breakout, right?
Yeah, pretty strong pullback here. I'm gonna just zoom out just to give myself a little bit more perspective. Yeah, that's pretty strong. I'm not sure if there was some news that came out causing this this move here back into the opening range, but
I'll just have a quick look now. So on a quick look, nothing I can see on X. Got my alerts on.
Nothing.
Lots from the UK. Not good reading, but nothing from the US.
Okay. Yeah, we've come right back to where we were at the open, and yeah, very interesting start to the day here. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm quite mindful of the short position as well. Okay, it's only a 5-minute chart, right? But for myself, I'd be looking at the fair value gap on that candle. Are we going to see a pullback to the previous candle's wick before we continue that trend downward? So I'm quite mindful of that. But we are pushing down, right? So
yeah, I mean, I think if we break below the opening range low, Andrew, I'm gonna have to take that trade.
Yeah, I want to see a close below that opening range low for myself. Even if I miss it initially, and I'll go back in on the retest. So
also looking at that, so we have the 9 EMA here, which sometimes can give us a little bit of a support on this side. So maybe we get a little bounce here, but if we close below the 9 EMA and the opening range, I'm looking at getting puts.
Yeah, so I'm just getting some feedback from the VWAP that I'm using, and it looks like it's setting up for a long position. I can't see how. Yeah, because that 9 EMA is acting as some nice support, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, it seems to be struggling to break that opening range low. So it could be a long afternoon. But I've set the alerts for myself when to enter the trade. So here we go. As always on a Friday, patience. That's coming from me, Mr. Patient himself. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
The patience is improving.
I'm getting better, right?
Yeah. This is a lot of red. Let's see here.
Yeah, quite mindful that we still got from M30 up to the weekly chart, still showing bullish bias. It's just the M5 and M15 is down at the moment. So a little bit err on the side of caution, which not like me, but yeah, we're breaking our opening range low, so potentially there could be a short position coming up.
Yeah, it's still the selling pressure hasn't eased up yet. Usually we'll see something happen towards the low of the opening range. So let's see what happens here, Andrew. Either way, I'm gonna start to tee up some options here now. Yeah, we basically went right back to where we opened the day. And now we're getting a little bit of a bounce. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing much support here. Not seeing much support. Let's see.
Let's have a quick look on the H1. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, so for myself, so there is some support, right? To just just below that opening range breakout. It's not far away. So yeah, we could see a push down to that level. Okay, so yeah, so I'm close to my entry to go short. Let's see how this closes out now. So what have we got? Just under a minute to go. Let's see if this candle closes below the opening range low.
Reminder that it is a triple witching today, so we have S&P contracts expiring to the tune of, I think it's $4 trillion worth of S&P expiring today. So it could also be a sideways start to the day as well. So if we remain inside the opening range, then I think the strategy would say to sit on your hands and kind of just sit tight and wait for the breakout. Scott, I'm out for the day. NQ ran out Wednesday. Yes, not joining in.
Yeah, I need to start looking at NQ myself. So some traders I follow, they're NQ traders, and yeah, they're killing it. The NQ traders are doing really well. So yeah, just myself, I just look at ES at the moment, but yeah, maybe over the weekend I'll have a look at the NQ as well on the opening range breakout.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. Thank you. Enjoy your day.
Okay, so we didn't get that break between the opening range low for myself. So yeah, not happy to take that trade. We're just sitting on that opening range low, right? A little bit of a fight back at the moment.
Yeah, I'm watching it closely here. And I'm also happy not to trade today. I don't want to force trades. I kind of like these lives because it keeps me disciplined as well. I know sometimes you want to try and anticipate the move, and if you can get in a little early, sometimes the temptation is to try and like not cheat, but see if you can get a few extra ticks cheaper.
Especially when you're trading like live on YouTube, you want to try and get a trade away, for the chat, to show you're doing something, right? But from my experience, that's what trading's not about. For myself, it is about 90% patience and then 10% execution. When all the stars align to your trading plan. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait, and it seems to be this way every Friday, right? we have this discussion and these life lessons every Friday where we talk about patience.
We have to go back and look at. I know there was definitely one show where we both took a trade.
It was last week.
We both made money. No, we both caught a good trade.
Yeah, that's for a month ago or 2 months ago, right? I think I was in Madrid. Was that the one with the Michigan news?
Yeah.
Both went long, didn't we?
Was it. Yeah, I think that was it.
Well, a bit of luck on my.
So it can happen. It can definitely happen.
But hope's not a strategy, right?
Hope is not a strategy.
Hope is not a strategy, but let's see what we do. Okay, so we're getting a bit of chop now. We're going a little bit sideways. So let's see which way this price breaks down. It's getting. So if we break that previous low, potentially I could be taking that trade. I'd like to see a little break of the structure there. If we can get that, potentially I'll be taking the short position.
I think so. Would you consider yourself a ICT trader?
No.
Okay. I believe Scott is ICT majority.
Right. Okay. Lucky you interrupted me then before I said something.
Well, you said break of structure, and I know that tends to be an ICT, or that can be an ICT term, breaking structure.
Yeah. No. On a serious note, I know a lot of very good ICT traders. Alex is one of them, right? She joins us on the show sometimes. Yeah. But the only person I don't see trading ICT well is Mr. ICT himself. And everyone else seems to do okay. But
that's another show.
Yeah. So when I'm saying break a structure, I'm just saying breaking the previous low. So I'd like to see that. But I say it every week. Got to find the system that works for you, right? We're all different. We're all different individuals. We all have different time pressures, and we all think differently. So, find what works for you and stick to it, right? Don't strategy hop. And that's my advice anyway, for sure. And the opening range breakout, it fits nicely with my lifestyle and how I like to trade. So that's what we do.
That's it. So we also noticed at 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock Bermuda time. So after the first 30 minutes of the day, there tends to be some volume. So it looks like people are getting in just before that 11 o'clock Bermuda time, or that 30-minute move. I'm looking to take this trade, Andrew.
Yeah, me too. It's a tick away from my entry. So yeah, I'm just waiting for it to hit that entry point and I'll be done. So excuse the noise next door, having a bit of a pool party.
Oh, it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely the temperature for it. It's like 90 degrees right now. Feeling it, man. It's nice. Sun is shining.
90 degrees, we need to get you over to the metric system, yeah?
28, 20.
Yeah,
29, something like
about
that.
30 degrees here in sunny Wales. So yeah,
Nice.
We're doing well. Okay, here we go. I'm in.
All right, let's see if we can get some follow through here. We are below the opening range. I'm going to go to the 5-minute chart. All right, I'm cautiously waiting. Let's see. All right. Actually, sometimes what we do is we get up and move, or we'll look at something different to distract us. So let's see. Let's see if we can remain below the opening range low. Let me see if I can put that in here. So opening range low would be from here. So this is the 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and 30-minute opening range low right here. So this is, I think, the main area of sort of contention. The reason why I think this works is because you'll get a large amount of orders placed across this. And it ends up being also a psychological price of 6,000 even. So let's see.
Yeah, you can tell it's getting serious. I got my glasses on now, so it's time to get down to business, right? Yeah. Let's go.
Let's see what happens here. All right, Andrew, I think I might join you here. Gave a little bit of a little test of patience for a little minute. Let's see. All right, I'm having a look at some options here. Live chat again. Please let us know if you are looking at markets today. We know Scott is taking the day, taking a personal day. Or
I
not
think
trading today.
I think he's done the NK one out. I think he's cleaned house for today.
That's right.
Pina colada time for Scott, right? Just enjoying the show.
Yeah, that's it. All right.
Okay, so yeah, we've had a little break of structure, right? We went a bit choppy, then drippy. Yes, we've got a little breakdown lower, and let's see if we can reject that opening range low and get a push lower for us for today.
Let's see. We are doing some live trading. So for those of you who have been asking for more live trading, we're giving you what you've asked for, and following the steps, showing you full transparency here in kind of showing the thinking process behind it all. Okay. You mind if I just click off of it for a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Keep an eye on it.
Okay, we can. I just closed trading view. No.
That's another way to do it. You never know.
That's not what I wanted to do, right?
That may fix everything. All right.
So nice one, Ant.
For the single stock, so those of you who are trading individual names today, we have AMD out front at 4.45%. leading. Today, we're going to have to check the news out on AMD. And then on the downside, we have Accenture down more than 7%, down 7.69% at the moment, followed by Eli Lilly and Broadcom's also down. So broad market looking fairly strong today, up. Didn't realize, market's up pretty strong today. So interesting to see how things shake up over the next few minutes. From a sectors point of view, we got real estate out in front. Energy is also doing quite well, followed by utilities and communications. So looking for sectors to invest in. These are the top performers so far on this Friday, 20th of June. Let's see what's happening in the X world. Remember, Capital Preservation Friday, so we don't want to blow out any accounts. We don't want to give back any of the profits that we've earned this week unnecessarily. So let's try and follow the process, keep it tight, and keep it light. Keep it tight, keep it light. Not seeing any major news.
Yeah, again.
How's it looking?
Yeah, a bit of chop again, right? So we just going sideways below this opening range. Yeah, so probably gonna have a quite conservative stop, but above the high VWAP potentially could be looking to cut the stop by 50%. But let's see if we can get a push down.
Yep, typical triple witching today, kind of tight range to start off. We went above the opening range here, and then we kind of ripped through it, and now we're below, and it's trying to figure out what to do. I think it's still trying to figure out what to do next here, Andrew. Sometimes patience does get rewarded here, and markets have a way of rewarding the patient and taking the money away from those who are impatient.
Yeah, so we're going to push down, but we're just going to retest off that H1 vertical support I was talking about earlier. So we've come down, we've like literally kissed that. So yeah, get a break through that, and I'll be quite confident in this trade. So yeah, we're trying to get a push down, right? It's looking, it's looking. So far, so good. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, I'd like to get a push through that level, which we haven't got. It's rejected that, and we're getting the price moving back up.
I'm keeping an eye out on it as well. I'm looking at getting a put down here. If we can continue to hold down here, I'll probably get a put and join you.
Okay, so we're close to that support level I was looking at. So yeah, we just needed to punch through there, break through there, and I might add to the trade. But yeah, we'll see. It's just rejecting that level at the moment.
Yeah, it's still not it's not smooth sailing yet. Looks like it's looked like a bit of a battle.
Yeah, it never is smooth sailing on a Friday, right? I think statistically I told you Monday's my best day, right? And Wednesday was my worst. And so there's some great tools out there, for tracking your stats and to help you with your trading. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. Look at logging all your trades and just have a look online at some trading tools, trading software to help you. Just look at your risk to reward, your return, and it's a good indication if you're trading one pair, one strategy. You can actually get some really good data over the weeks then, if your strategy works, right?
That's very important. Very important. I think sticking to that strategy is maybe one of the hardest things that I think people have to do, because that's it. Especially
when you take a loss, right? I think last week it was a terrible week for me, and it creeps in, right? That self-doubt creeps in, and you're thinking, is this strategy spent? Do I need to look at adding this, adding that? Adding a bit of spice to the mix. But like we spoke earlier about it, stick to what works, and that's what trading is. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days. You just need more good than bad, right? And then you're away. Okay, so we've just broken through that support level I was talking about. Just over a minute to go. If we can open below that level, I think there's a good opportunity for your put.
I think you're right. We're getting, I'm going to just zoom out and look at that 5-minute candle.
Let me show you what I'm seeing on mine.
Yeah, take it over. It's good to have you on the camera too. And you were missed yesterday. You were missed on the show.
Yeah,
we didn't have anybody to talk to.
We'll have to speak to Scott. Okay. Yes, you can see, as always, I let the price come to me, so I'm not fixed on one direction or the other. So got my opening range. You can see here for the first 15 minutes. And then what I do then, I set an alert about, I think it's just about 10 ticks, maybe 10 ticks shy above the opening range, below the opening range. And the reason for that is to stop any like false breakouts happening. And then once we hit that price, then I'm looking to take the trade, and I'm trading 1-to-1, and I'm taking my stops and take profits then from the average true range, or ATR as you call it. So just looking at the chart I got here, I've marked in the high VWAP, which is here. So using these as like a support and resistance. They're not the strongest, right, because they're on the 5-minute chart, and I marked in the low earlier. So here's the low here now. I'll just chase that down. So we're trading below today's low on the VWAP, which is telling me at the moment the sellers are potentially in control, right? The blue line here, this is my vertical support level from the H1. And you can see we tested it. We couldn't break through, and we're testing it again right now. So I'd be a lot more confident in this trade if we can break through this blue line here. So if I just go to the H1. So what I like to do, I like to put the trend lines in on vertical support and resistance. You can see I marked that down, and I've taken it from the low here. And I call this the pinch point dense. Normally when the price gets around here, we're looking at a breakout either way. So that's it in a nutshell, Mandela. That's what I'm looking at.
It looks good. It looks good to me, Andrew.
And we're struggling to break here, right? So, as I said, go on, push through.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, I'm going to have to join. I can't let you have all the fun. I cannot let you have all the fun, Andrew.
No, do you know what, chat? He's always been the same. I've known him for, how many years have I known you now? It's been a few, right? It's over a decade.
Yeah.
He's always been the same. Whenever I'm enjoying myself, even in the pub, if I had one tequila, you'd have to have two. Yeah, you always have to jump in. Okay, right.
All right. Let's see. I feel like, I don't want to miss out on this.
Go on and just jump over to your chart, shall we? Let's have a look what you're seeing.
Okay. Here we go. So I'm kind of seeing the same thing. We're near the lows of the day, dare I say. And I need to be very careful because I'm a little bit concerned that the chart actually, or the price is listening to the show. So how about we talk about something else? Let's talk about, we got Rosario. Rosario is in the live chat.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Rosario,
welcome to the show.
Welcome. Let us know what you're watching, each and every one of you in the chat. We got Jerry Soltis, what's up? Scott and Rosario, all in the live chat with us today. So feel free to let us know what you're watching today. Let's see. I'm gonna come off of this because it's Trump's getting some things done. Yeah,
so we're still failing to break that support level on the H1 I was mindful of. So yeah, we've tested it twice and it's actually failed, right? So I just would like the price to open below that. Give me a bit more confidence in the trade. So what I will do is, if we do break the VWAP of the day, the high VWAP of the day, I'll probably jump out of the trade.
Okay. I'm just seeing some news here. U.S. imposes new sanctions linked to Iran, according to U.S. Treasury website. So that's interesting. Maybe we may have to find some more supporting posts about this. Looks like U.S. issues fresh Iran-related sanctions. So seems to be the message of the last 5 minutes, and as a result, we'll have to see how markets move. But yeah, it's always something going on, Andrew.
Yeah, for sure. With Trump in the White House, right? He certainly brings the volatility to the market. I don't think we've had a quiet week yet.
I think he likes it. I think he likes it. When he went on tour in the Middle East, he kind of quieted down a little bit. I think he was a little bit preoccupied, but yeah,
that's his like strategy for business, that organized chaos, right? Keep people second guessing.
Yeah,
and I just think the sanctions, you know what? Let's be real here, right? They're in a war with Israel at the moment. I think sanctions might be the last thing on their mind, but I think that'll give Trump the authority to drop that bomb. So at least he can say he tried, right? I tried.
Yeah. Well, we're just gonna have to see. So far, prices kind of. I mean, it's definitely staying below the opening range. I guess arguably making lower highs. So I mean, I think you did the right thing. You took the right trade there, Andrew.
I'm just mindful of that support level, right? I had on the H1. We're testing it again. I just would like to see the price push convincingly through that and open below it. Give me a bit more confidence in the trade. But we're getting closer to that pinch point I spoke about as well. So yeah, I think the next 10 minutes will be quite important. So I'm just looking across all the accounts now. So yeah, we're looking back at entry on trading view, but with wealth charts, we're doing okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, no real momentum. It's kind of what we feed on. Like we need the price to move. If it's not moving, it's not really working for us. Let's see. We did get a message here from E. Smith. So happy Friday, E. Smith. Thank you very much for joining.
Happy Friday. And Jerry's got a great point, looking to close the gap. Yes, we got that.
Yes, that's a big one there.
Potentially, once we close that gap, we could see the reversal, right? So
this would be the overnight gap here. Yeah, very good highlight there.
It could be the gap just above it as well.
Are you talking about the gap below or gap above?
That's a great point. Good spot, Jerry. That's potentially. Well, once the gap closes, then we could be seeing the reversal, the price to go higher. Yeah. So
let's see. This would have been the price on Wednesday when markets closed at the end of play before Juneteenth. So that could also act kind of as a magnet to bring prices back to where we were at that point. So let's see.
Yes, for myself, just sitting on that support level, which I've mentioned about 1,000 times. So we are testing it, but I'd like to see the break through that. So, right, excuse me 1 minute.
Yep, take your time. All right, there was I think I put it in. There was a post that we had. I'll find it a little bit later, but it was basically saying that today is a massive expiration, one of the biggest options expirations in the last 25 years. So we could just chop around here. Doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a massive move today, but maybe we get something major over the weekend and start off Monday in a completely different place than where we are right now. But yeah, just something to be aware of as well. I'm going to have a look here at Trump's calendar. So we talked about this earlier. He has a national security meeting coming up. So that's still on the cards. Not necessarily, yeah, it's close to the press. So not necessarily going to be anything reported out of that, but there could be. And then from the afternoon, Trump's looks like he's doing some sort of dinner events in Bedminster. All right.
Yeah. I was just going to say, so that the gap I seen on your chart, yeah, that got filled, and now we are seeing a reversal, right? Potentially.
So that's the fair value gap.
Yeah. Do you see the gap?
Yeah. Is it this? It's this one.
Yeah.
Here? Yeah.
So I'm just looking at that. More over to your left. You just got to.
Let me see.
Yeah.
So left here.
Right. Okay. So go left. Welcome to the show. Left again. Right. If you keep going left, it's like a double top, down, across.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Okay. So the gap there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was looking at
So that.
Yeah. So that's filled, right? So if you look at that gap, if you go up to the open.
Yeah. This one.
Yes. Yeah. So from there down, there's a gap.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And that gap's filled. I think that's what.
Look, this is I'm looking to close the gap. Tons of volume. So Jerry's come out and said to clarify.
Don't worry,
things.
we're professionals. It's okay.
Jerry says tons of volume at 59.80. Yeah, so 59.80 would be the close from Wednesday as well. So, but right now it's not. Still not decided what it's going to do, I think.
Yeah, so I'd be looking like for that retest at the opening range low, or if we break above that opening range low, potentially we could be looking for those long positions. We'll see.
Okay, shout out to Jerry Soltis, keeping us in line, keeping us on our toes. Also got What's Up. What's up? Any ideas? Anything you're looking at as well? Scott is also here. Scott not joining in. Looks like he had his fill of NASDAQ today, and he's sitting out, chilling out, maxing, relaxing. So cool. And then Rosario as well, tuned in and locked in. And E. Smith. E. Smith is with us as well. So great to have a good group of traders, like-minded people sharing ideas. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching with us.
Yeah, so those three green candles, would they be what you called the other week, your three little soldiers? Is that what
yeah, three little soldiers. So I'm a little hesitant to call them soldiers yet, just because we haven't had the close. It's a pending soldiers, I think, Andrew.
Two soldiers and a man down. There he is.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a casualty. Medic.
Look, Andrew, I know we have to make this enjoyable. Life is about enjoying it. Let's see here.
The chat know me by now. They know I don't take things too serious, so we're all right.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, so the funds of trading is so dynamic, right? It's so entertaining. Just
I'm trying to figure out if I should still join the party or not. I'm hesitant now as I wait. Yeah. This is the man down. Two soldiers and a man down. Looks like the man down is struggling to get up.
Yeah, he's game over for him, I think. How long we got left? Just
about a minute.
I don't know. He might
about a minute left on him. We can have a look at some other stuff. That seems to fix things sometimes if we look elsewhere.
Yes.
Let's have a quick look over here. So broader market, Bitcoin's up 1.2% today. We can touch on Bitcoin later. Now we have quite a few Bitcoin traders, crypto traders in the community. Did it work? Did it work?
It worked. Yeah, we just broke through that support level for the 2000th time. So come on, price, keep pushing.
2000th time. Now, Jerry, this is the Jerry level. Looking at 59.80 as some potential liquidity. I do have this. This is a tool here. Sometimes it works. It's not the best. Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to protect my positions and get my stop into break even.
I see that Jerry volume just popped up here on our Richter scale.
Okay.
So there is quite a lot of volume down there. What's your target? What's your target like?
So on futures, I got 60.28.
Okay.
Yeah,
60.28 is your target.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're at 60.35, 60.34. Oh, this is nice. Go on. Don't be shy.
Is that how you speak to your friends?
Just the charts. Like, come to Pappy. Let's go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Too much information. Here we go.
Well, I was talking about the price as well. This is crazy. There must be some news or something. Something's gotta come out. This is what we call drippy.
Here we go.
Definitely drippy here.
So you can see positions protected. Here's the take profit. Go on.
Yeah. We went from red to green. From green to red. I can't even speak properly.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let's see.
Live on stream as well. Finally. Let's come on, price. Don't do
Is
this
it? You think it's too late for me to get in? This is like me when they say final call at the bar, and I'm trying to catch up.
Oh look, come on with a tick away. You know it's gonna go back up to you now.
No, it's good. I mean, we got, so let's give credit where credit's due. Jerry called that level. We got to it almost like a magnet. Moved really smoothly. Well held, Andrew, as well. You held through a lot of that sort of patience testing.
So for me, it was the support level, right, for the 2005th time. I wanted the breakthrough here.
2005, you counted?
Yeah, got one of those little tickers next to me now. I keep pressing it every time I say it. So.
All right.
Yeah, we are close, right? So I might. So on wealth charts, let me have a quick look what we're looking at. 5, 6, right? Okay. So 28, 50 on wealth charts. And I'm probably going to take this up to 28.50, I think. We'll take that. It's not best practice to do this, right? But yeah, I think it's going to reverse,
Looking like it wants to bounce a little bit here off of
I think it's going
previous close. Yeah. But I mean, that's a good move. You still caught the meat. You caught the meat of the move. Where's your stop? Your stop is still up there
at the red, right? So
yeah.
What I'm going to do is let's just get that stop down to here. Let's take something today, right?
Yeah, take it. Something's better than nothing.
Because we up level here, so. Yeah, here's best strikes back, right? Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should
starting to reverse.
Yeah, I might see a retest here before we get an additional push down, right? But $100. I'll probably just take $100 on this account.
Look, that's $100 more than you had yesterday.
Yeah, and then it's a couple of $100 with wealth charts, so we might do okay now.
Starting to continue to bounce, I think.
It's pushing back up strongly, right? So yeah, it got down to that volume that Jerry said, and then we got the pushback now. That's that gap done.
We are live on air as Andrew is maneuvering in and out of the S&P 500 live and direct. Great trade. His trade's in profit. Just deciding how much profit to take right now, which is a great decision, great place to be in.
So I'm just going to quickly do the maths. 1, 2, 5, 6. So if this is 100, I will close, and that's going to be about 700 across all the accounts for today.
That's good. 700.
Yeah,
that's good.
So we'll take that.
That's good. That's a good day's haul.
Right, we're done on that one.
Well
That was
done.
105. Let me add this up. Price will start moving. Yeah, let's flatten all these. What I'm actually going to do on the wealth chart is I'm actually going to put my stop here.
Just leave it as a runner.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it as a runner. I'm just going to put my stop just above that wick there. So we take a profit.
Nice.
Okay.
No, great work. Great work.
So I don't mind sharing the...
Go for it. Go for it. The live chat is lively right now. So lots of posts, lots of action going on.
So yeah, and here's the wealth charts, right? So you can see we've got the four funded accounts, and we got the two challenges. Okay, let's see where we go.
Yeah, well done. Hey, that's impressive. Very well done, Andrew. Very, very well done. Excellently executed. There were a few times when I thought that it just wasn't moving. So yeah, very well executed, very well held. And that's how it's done, folks. That's how it's done.
So what's up? Next round of drinks on Andrew. Certainly, I don't drink, so I get you tonic water anytime, no problem. So
I think he's talking about for him. What else did we have? We got caught the elevator down. So E. Smith caught that elevator down. So well done.
Congratulations, well done.
Yes, great work there. Also Jerry saying huge wick. So got that reversal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna flatten these. I'm gonna get out, right?
Go for it.
So here we go.
Yeah, buyers did come in, Jerry. Buyers did come in, and they picked up the sale. They bought that nice little dip there.
I'm gonna do. I'll flatten these at 150 or 200, whichever one we get to first. So
okay, that sounds good. We also have Andrew Trott in the live chat saying morning all. So let us know if you're trading. Let us know what you're looking at and how your Friday, your triple witching Friday is going. So welcome, Andrew. Great to have you in the live chat with us today. Andrew says I'm waiting for a call opportunity myself. So there's always two sides to the trade. So calls would be, for anybody who doesn't trade options, calls would be long or wanting the price to go up. So he's looking at this as a buying opportunity or a long opportunity. And I like the smiley face. It's always two sides to every trade. All right, we got Scott. Scott gave you a round of applause there.
Thank you, Scott. Here we go.
Well done.
We're close to that 200 mark. So on one of the accounts. So if I get to that, I'm just going to flatten them all.
So can you explain what you're doing right now? Because I think this is for some people, this may be foreign. A bit new.
In my head now, I have like a profit and loss that I'm happy with. So if my loss would be this account hitting 150 and the profit would be 200. Of course, it's across multiple accounts, so it adds up. So what I'm doing, I'm just waiting for the price to hit 150 or 200. When it does, I'm just going to flatten all positions. So basically, I'm just going to close all the trades. That makes sense, yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're basically just managing the trades, managing the exits here. So if they continue to gain, then you're happy to kind of let them run.
I'm probably going to close them now so we can see Yeah, so there we are. We just flattened them all. There we are, job done.
Well done.
So I'm happy with that. That's a good day. It's
yeah, that's a very good day. I mean, some people don't make that in a week. Some places in the world. So
good Friday. Happy triple witching.
Yeah.
So no, I'm good with that, and I'm just mindful now of this. I would say the reversal, but it doesn't look like it's going to come in, right? It's I can just see M30 now showing obviously a downward trend, and you know what? I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'm actually going to turn everything off and call it a day. Going to enjoy my tonic water and enjoy some sun.
Good, well done, job done. I think that's also one of the tricks is just to know when to stop. And,
definitely.
That's something that I think comes with time and comes with experience. We don't want to just give back unnecessarily,
Yeah, so for myself and, it'll be for some of the traders in the chat and for any new and potential traders, it's just slow. You taught me this, right? Slow and steady, right? And don't try and hit home runs. You don't have to hit the ball at the park every time. So for myself, $100 on our first account doesn't sound like a great deal. But then when you think about that, when it's multiplying across multiple accounts, it soon adds up, right? So you don't even need to trade every day, right? Maybe 2 or 3 times a week, if you're getting close to that. So slow and steady, and it takes time to build. This just doesn't happen. It didn't happen for me overnight. It's taken me years, to be funded to this level, right? It just didn't happen. So, just take your time, and you will have losing days. It's part and parcel of trading, and that's it. So with that, Mandela, as always, I'm gonna bounce earlier. I'm happy with that, and I get some sun.
There you go. Go crash that pool party. Go crash the pool party.
I'll see you next week. So thanks, chat, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.
Well done, Andrew. Great trading, man.
Thank you.
Great work. Alrighty. I'm gonna wrap it up as well. Some days you trade, some days you don't trade. I'm very happy to see trades being made, and especially good trades. You could take a trade that breaks all your rules and you make money. That's not a good trade. You could have a trade where you follow all of your rules and you do everything that you're supposed to do and you lose money, or you have an expense. But that's still a good trade. So the important part is doing what works and making sure that you're able to be disciplined and persistent. And over time, it will definitely work. So I'm gonna just quickly go through the chat. So we got Jerry congratulating Andrew. Jerry called out that liquidity like a sniper, like a pro. It's a great trade by Andrew today. I'm gonna probably go back and watch this over the weekend. Really good holding as well. Some of that up and down choppiness, indecision earlier on. I think it was, let's see if I can pull this up. Somewhere around here, I think it was. A little bit of indecision on my part to get in, but Andrew was able to use his diamond hands, got that nice little flush out, and this is the target that Jerry identified for us. So Jerry's post in the live chat would have been at 317 London and 31117. So Jerry's post was around here. Jerry called for the liquidity down here about 4 or 5 minutes before it happened. So great call out, tons of volume at 59.80, and we got a nice, beautiful dive into that. We got Andrew here, you know me, sweep the lows and buy a call after the fair value gap, bullish fair value gap. So that looks like it's unfolding right now. So Andrew Trott looks like he's, let's see if we can quickly draw something up here. So if we draw, so sweeping the lows, so getting out of this previous close. So we hit a low here, and then we've started to kind of find a floor in a way, looks like, potentially. And then what he's saying is he's going to look for a call. So essentially looking for the price to kind of reignite to the upside, looking for a fair value gap to kind of confirm that. So yeah, great insights. And really appreciate everybody in the live chat. So just gonna wrap it up now. Gonna probably enjoy the rest of the Friday myself. But we have none other than Jerry Soltis in the live chat. He's becoming a living legend in his own right, and we will get him on the show. Jerry, next week, Friday, please let me know if you're available. We'll have you on the show. What's up as well? Wondering if you caught any trades today. What's up? You had some good trades last week. I think you got a good put last week, and wondering if you got anything today. Scott is one of the senior members of City Traders Imperium, and he trades NQ. So he's with us. So thank you very much for joining us today. Rosario as well is in the live chat saying happy Friday to each and every one of you. E. Smith, I think I know who that is. E. Smith is enjoying the content and the information. Oh, we're getting another move here as we speak. Another down move. Now this, for me, it would be reckless to try and chase this, but it's definitely starting to continue lower here. I would be very careful if I did have calls here. Low of the day, just a potential sort of continuation of what we've seen this morning. Maybe another leg lower similar to this could be developing. Let's see. Markets are always changing and always moving. So just be careful if you are trading this afternoon or later on today. Just be very careful with your capital preservation is key, but also being careful in terms of knowing when to stop. Remember, it's triple witching today, so that means we have single stocks expiring today. So single stocks would be anything from Tesla to Nvidia to Palantir. We have index options expiring, so that's what we trade, which is the S&P, NASDAQ. All those indexes are expiring today as well on a quarterly basis. And then you have futures expiring or rolling over from June to the September contract. So just be aware of that. That's the triple witching that we try and warn you all about. That is it. It's continuing lower. Now, this is starting to look like Put City. Definitely drippy here. This is kind of the definition of drippy. I'm gonna keep an eye on this after we pop off the show. Thank you everybody for watching today. This show has been brought to you by Signature FX. Please, if you did like the video, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. It really does make a difference as we try and grow and continue to do these videos. We've gotten asked to do some more of these, so we're doing the best that we can with what we have at the moment. But if you want more, please share with people that you know would really benefit from this sort of information. All right, I think that's it. Have a really good afternoon, everybody, and trying to figure out. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, have a really good afternoon. It's very hot here. It's extremely hot where we are. So if you are in a place that's warm, stay cool. And remember, today is capital preservation. Enjoy your Friday. Happy triple witching. And until next time, take care.